Drunken Under Quarantine show, presented to you by the Woolen Comedy Club. Here to remind you this is a very adult show featuring very adult subjects and very adult topics. If you're ready for a very adult evening, please get ready for the Drunken Under Quarantine show season 3. Remember, stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming. Welcome to the Drunken Under Quarantine show, season 3, episode 14, featuring GW Foley and I, your humble host, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming. We'll see if Island Boy makes it, but he's out of town at the moment. And yeah, who knows? We got a lot to get into tonight. Let's get into the show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Drunken Under Quarantine show, season 3. I am, of course, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming, with my trusty sidekick, GW Foley. Tonight, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about craft breweries are in trouble yet again. Trying times right now, I must say. We're going to talk about one of the most ridiculous corruptions in power. And no, it's not super political. It's just purely a corrupt thing. Really interesting. We're going to talk about the Oreo. Fall Oreo is out. We're going to talk about the primaries and also a little bit about some signs going up in Mexico City and the after show. So feel free to hop over on Rumble and join us over there. I am going to turn over the show. Please help me welcome my humble co-host, my man, the man, the myth, legend. And I'm just talking about Murphy. But please welcome to our spotlight stage, Mr. G.W. Foley.
Hey, what it do? What is up, motherfuckers? It is Wednesday night. I got the alert on my phone right here. 8:03. We're back on time, baby. Back on time. I got Murphy because one of the our longtime viewers requested to see him. She hasn't seen him in a while, so here he is giving me kisses. Oh, I'm so excited when I talk about him. Oh yes. Oh, you're blocking the camera, bud. You're blocking the camera. Okay, how's that? You can still give me kisses, but I can be seen. Oh yes. I fucking love this dog. I fucking love him. He's a fucking purebred monster. Yes. Yes, he is. We got him a new collar. I'm really super excited about it. It has rubber duckies. If you're a true GW fan, you will know that I love rubber duckies. Like, if you're ever in a pinch to get me something for, like, Kwanzaa or Hanukkah or whatever those holidays, you can always get me a rubber duck, and I will be like, fuck yes. That is going in my bathroom. I would have rubber ducks everywhere, but I live with other people, and they get to say what happens in the house. Apparently, I have too much shit anyways. So, in the bathroom they go. All right, buddy, you're heavy. I'm going to put you down.
We love you, Murphs. Thank you for coming.
All right, go bother mama. Go bother mama.
Come back later.
Oh, he's warm. He's warm. I got sweaty. Doesn't help that it's summer out, and I'm fat. Those three things together equals one sweaty guy. Do I have? No, I don't have stains yet.
No, you're good.
No, I'm good. Doing good. I will say, I know I don't look it, but I wear and I'm not a flip-flop guy. Like I don't prescribe to the flip flop lifestyle. I I think it's annoying when people wear them out in public. I kind of want to slap a bitch when I hear the thwip 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 walking down uh, a grocery store aisle, storery, something like that.
Sorcery.
Storery. Um, oh, he just went pee. Yay! Good job, buddy.
Oh,
And he ran away because he was like, "Yeah, I'm free. I'm later now." Uh, anyway, yeah. So I hate hearing them in grocery stores and like other things where like echoes. And I think if you wear flip flops out in public, you're kind of conceited. Like I know they have like this easy breezy vibe, like chill, brah. It's all good, yo. No worries. And but no, like you think about yourself too much because all you care about is hearing yourself go down the aisle. Um, my my real beef with flip flops is when they get wet. Um,
yeah.
they suck.
Yep.
I don't know if you've ever had wet flip flops before, but your feet lose traction and they slip out, causing you to break toes or roll an ankle. It's whoa, hey, that's my ass. Whoa, hey, buddy. Okay, stop. Stop. He's going up my ass crack. It,
Oh, the revenge of the Murph.
yeah.
I wanted more screen time, Daddy.
Okay, fine.
You never let me have screen time.
You want up? I'll get you up.
Yeah.
You have to come here, though. No. Okay, apparently you don't. Oh. Now he wants to play.
Of
Now
course.
he wants to play. And by playing, he means shoving his nose up my ass crack. The way I'm sitting. Kids. Never have kids. That's all I'm saying. Okay, buddy, stop. That's Daddy's no-no spot. Like, I'm sorry, man.
No,
This is
it's good.
like I had a whole bit of like flip-flop jokes that I wanted to use, and now I have a dog up my ass. This is live TV. Yeah, where was I going? So they're wet.
No traction. Yep.
No traction. And the worst part was, so my trash can. I have one of those big trash cans that you can fit multiple bags in. And normally, like, you roll them to the front of your yard and, like, somebody comes and takes them away. But I don't have anybody to come take them away, so it's just me. And I put some trash bags in. It didn't quite fit, so the cover stayed up. And it rained a lot.
Oh.
And there was shit in the bottom of my trash can. And, like, poo-poo bags.
Yep.
And all of that stuff. And I was trying to take the trash out, and I'm like, oh, I need to dump that water out. That's fucking gross. And went to dump it, moved my foot. My foot slipped because I was in flip-flops, and my fucking my flip-flop went into the doo-doo water. Yes. So gross. So I'm standing there not knowing what to do. So I put the flip-flop back on because I'm like, fuck it. I'll just go take a shower. Save from the sepsis, I guess. And decided at that moment when my foot was slipping around in sludge that these are a bad idea. And I should have stuck with slippers. That's my story. That's my flip-flop story. That's all I'm gonna do, because I got interrupted with the dog on my ass. I hope Peter's not watching.
Oh, sorry, that was my cue.
Yeah. I was like, I was done.
Thank you for being here, good sir.
No
Yeah,
problem,
I
man.
agree. The part about flip flops that bug me is that what flip flops say is I feel perfectly safe all day in any situation,
Yeah.
which is just not my like. You can't move, you can't dart, you can't evade. Like there's no, like a car comes at you in a parking lot and you're fucked. Like flip flops are like they're just there, so you're not walking barefoot in Walmart because you're a disgusting heathen, and that's what flip flops are.
Yeah.
You like other sandals, GW?
No.
Okay, no, I'm not really a sandals guy. If I'm in a spot where I want to be in sandals, I can be barefoot usually. Like my house, my yard, the beach.
I used to have Tevas when those were cool.
Oh man, I forgot about those.
Yeah. And the same issue though. Like you get those wet and your foot's just hydroplaning
It's like
and
a Croc.
yeah.
Crocs are like that, and it's like the scariest thing ever to have wet feet, no socks on, and be in Crocs, and it is just a toe breaking machine
Yeah.
because it just wants to slide you forward, and then your weight's on it, so it's not going to move, and it just no, it's shit's scary.
I don't know how people wear Crocs in kitchens.
Well,
Like
kitchen Crocs are a little bit different.
Well, not
But-
not the clogs.
Oh, okay.
Well, like I've seen people wear actual Crocs in the kitchen.
Well, I had kitchen Crocs, but they have so they have a non-slip on the bottom, and they're built a little bit higher up than the normal one, I think. Because I wore kitchen Crocs for a little while. The issue with me was that they collected a lot of stuff
Yeah.
in the non-slip pad, and I literally had to hose them out every day. And that's it was not, the traction was okay, which is funny. I was in a bathroom recently, and you ever have that thought when you're in a public restroom and you're like, man, I wish I had non-slip shoes on.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like, I guess that's something women don't really have to, or those who choose to pee standing up or sitting down don't have to deal with, is the fact that like you'll be like halfway through and you'll realize like the floor is a little slick or whatever, and you're like, whatever, it's a bathroom, people are washing their hands, and then they don't even like shake them off before they walk over to the dryer thing, if they even do that. So you're like, the floor is always going to be wet near the door in any public bathroom, and you get a little bit slippery. You're like, hey, not a big deal, whatever. And then you're standing at a urinal, and halfway through, your feet just slowly start to work apart from each other, and you're trying to fight it and shift your weight back and forth. That's the kind of thing.
I've had a similar issue when I was dropping a deuce. And,
Okay.
Like my feet kind of started going like this as I'm
Sliding up.
sitting. I'm like trying to pull them back together, like moderately together. Like I don't crap with my legs crossed. But yeah, no, that's
You tap ankles. It's an old Foley family tradition. The old tap the ankles while you're dropping bombs.
absolutely.
Which reminds me, I in the update on lawn life and such, we are building a deck, so that's been fun. But I bought there it is. I had to find the photo. I bought a garden cart, and it said easy dumping, and that's how I knew this was the one. I was like, oh, it's gonna fit right into the house. That's perfect right there.
Please tell me that's written all around the cart.
Oh, I wish. I need to get a better sticker for it. That would be great.
Email them and be like, "Hey, I bought this cart. It's wonderful. I was wondering if I could get an easy dump sticker."
And then hopefully at this time next week, we got a comment in. Dobby lives. Howdy, fellas. What's up, Marcy? Good to see you. Hope all is well, dear.
Hopefully, you saw the dog.
Yeah, there was some seriously good Murphy time earlier.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, we'll shift. We'll bring him back if we need to. Let us know. But yes, the deck gets built. Hopefully this time next week I'll be showing you photos of my new deck. But this was the dig. That was a lot of labor. Moving that thing around. That was a lot of dirt. It was like, I think we took 8 or 10 loads out. Plus, it's got to be, I don't know, like almost 20 square feet of grass that we rehomed.
Oh.
So, yeah, it was kind of cool. Like, because part of me was sad, because as people know, I'm a fucking dork, and I care about my lawn too much, and I really like having nice barefoot grass out front, where it's like really, really carpety and nice. And yeah, it was weird having like worked on this thing for the entire summer so far, and like really getting it established, just to be like, hey, we're gonna chop a bunch of this out. But so no, luckily we were able to rehome it, because across the road from us, we're going to be redoing that part of the yard coming up. That's a fall plan, is to renovate that. We still have a little bit of work on this side in the fall too. Other than that, I'd like to share, for the time being on the show, that our good friend Pierre needs a little bit of help, and this is his GoFundMe, and Pierre's not the type of guy to talk about this himself. His friend Art and co-host was kind enough to post it for him, and yeah, just putting it out there. There's a lot to say, and we could get emotional, but I prefer not to. So thank you guys for supporting. Pierre's an awesome dude, and we have to get him back on the show soon.
Let's get that number up.
That's right. Yeah, we're a quarter of the way there. Let's go, guys. That's awesome. And yeah, wish the best. And also a shout out to my coworker and his family, Doug. I wish you and your family the best as well, man. Times are tough, and it's impressive to see a man be that strong. So it's my love to you and yours. And yeah, let's get into some ridiculous shit. You ready, G-Dubs?
Fuck yeah, buddy.
Let's do this. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Under Quarantine show, regular show. G-Dubs, love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
The only show online, well, I'm sure it's not the only show, where a drunk, actually it might be, if I describe it right? The only show on the internet where a drunk comic and a drunk magician get together to discuss topical events and make fart jokes.
Yes. And have a dog stick their nose up my butt.
Up a comedian's ass crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we might be the only comic magician duo.
If there is another show like ours, I want to meet them, and maybe we should collaborate.
Yeah, I agree. If you guys know of a show that's anything like ours, let us know, because we want to talk to those guys, see what we could be doing better, and
or see what we're doing right.
Yeah, and compare notes, and it would be really cool to talk to some people that have been doing this for a couple of years like we have, because we're nowhere near veterans, but you know, we've had a good time doing it, man. We've produced so episode 14, it's 118 episodes of the Drunken Under Quarantine show, plus a couple specials. So
120.
Was it
120? Well, no, I'm including specials.
Yeah, at least 120, because we've done at least 2.
Yeah.
I remember we were doing a COVID quarantine stream when I was cooped up. I needed to hang out with my bud, and I was getting a little depressed. So, and yeah, I don't know if we've done. Now, we should probably think about doing some specials once in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe Maybe like election night or something. We'll do some coverage. I don't know. Do something ridiculous. The issue is all the really fun stuff is unexpected, so it's hard to cover in real time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to wake up to, digest, and then do the following week on the show. Which I always feel like the ironic part is all the damn good headlines come out like Wednesday night, like while we're live. And then I hear about all this shit Thursday morning, and I'm like, that would have been great to talk about on the show last night, but we'd already laid out
We
the
need
show.
to start doing like Tim Pool type shit. And just do like an hour every week and just be like, yeah. Of course, he also doesn't do anything else.
Yeah, that's like all. That is his job and his career path.
Yeah. We, unfortunately, do other shit.
Yeah, which is kind of a bummer. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of doing other shit. I would much rather do this and chat and watch music videos and react and do all sorts of fun shit like that. Speaking of which, I've been slacking on, so should be some. There will be some reactions coming up in the next couple days. Samson just dropped a new track. I'm really excited to go check that out, as well as 2 in the pipeline coming out this weekend. I did one to Chris Webby, and that was a really fucking cool video. It was the video concept was it was 2 guys were in a convenience store as it gets robbed, and they both have a fantasy about what they would do if they were the hero. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Like the first guy like pulls out his gun and goes and engages the guy, and there's like a big epic shootout, and then in the second one, Chris like disarms the guy, and then they have an epic fight scene throughout the store. And I won't spoil anything, but the song's called Grenade, so one of those might appear in the music video. And then at the end, it shows the reveal is that like what actually happens in that scenario. That was really, really cool. It was a cool music video.
I just pictured 2 people just standing there pissing themselves.
Well, no, because it was them like envisioning them being the hero.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Okay, that's GW's super hero fantasy. Is like,
yeah. Oh my god.
He just wets himself, looks at him, doesn't know what to do.
That's my superpower. Is to urinate on command.
Nice.
So you just did it right there.
With an open mouth and a dumb stare.
Yeah, kind of like I'm orgasming.
Oh, Sean's in the chat. Sean, what's up, mother truckers? What's going on, Sean? Good to see you, brother. Hope all is well with you, my friend. Anyways,
West Coast representing.
Yeah, more West Coast than East Coast. Let's get into the first topic of the night. How the drunk is this news? Craft breweries are having a tough time, but now this one's sad. All of these stories hit me where it matters, right in the liver. It's depressing. We got this from NBC News. Craft breweries are starting to shut down due to a nationwide carbon dioxide shortage. Don't we have like a carbon dioxide output problem? Wasn't that like the greenhouse gas thing?
Well, that and carbon monoxide.
Okay. And that's the bad one. That's like the one that you have an alarm for and can kill you in your sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary. But carbon dioxide, like it would be nice if we could just harness more out of the air, right?
You would think. Just breathe it into tubes. Like
we could start a CO2 farm.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what they have to say. They say craft breweries across America have been on the front lines of businesses facing higher material costs because of inflation. Now, many are confronting a shortage of a key ingredient, carbon dioxide, which, if you need the next sentence, you shouldn't be watching the show. The gas that gives beer its crisp, effervescent taste, which is mildly wrong. It's what carbonates the beverage. That's why we call it carbonation. It's because you add carbon dioxide and it makes things
carbonated,
bubbly, and sparkling. And one brewer has already said it plans to shut down a key manufacturing plant, lay off workers as a result. Night shift brewing, which has actually become fairly popular up here. I see night shift quite a lot in the local beer selections now. Night Shift Brewing in Everett, Mass, just outside of Boston, cited the CO2 shortage as the reason it is suspending operations at its longtime facility and outsourcing to nearby locations instead. Come October 1st, we won't likely have jobs for many of this team, the company said in a statement on Instagram, which is a great way to find out you're going to be laid off, right? You see that shit on Instagram?
Scrolling around, looking for big booty hoes, and all of a sudden, oh shit, I don't have a job.
Yeah, what a bummer.
Keep scrolling for big booty hoes.
Yeah, might have to swipe right.
Yeah.
It's a slow-moving crisis. Just trying to find me a big booty Latina. That's it. One that likes green Burton jackets. It's a slow-moving crisis that became worse this summer as reports emerged that the carbon dioxide sourced at Jackson Dome in Mississippi, one of the nation's largest gas-producing hubs, has been contaminated. Even before that, breweries were facing higher costs for raw materials like aluminum and barley as a result of inflation, says Chuck Skypeck, a technical brewing projects director at the Brewers Association, the 6,000-member trade group that represents America's independent brewers. Okay. Carbon dioxide supplies were already tight because pandemic shutdowns forced many key suppliers offline, a disruption they still have not recovered from, he said. The summer is also a pressure point in the supply of carbon dioxide as key facilities go offline for scheduled maintenance. There have been spot shortages across the country since the beginning of the pandemic, he said, but the sudden halts of supplies out of Mississippi appears to have exacerbated the situation for some struggling brewers beyond the point of recovery. And that's the point where, pause, G-Dubs, what do you think is more dangerous? That we don't have carbonation for beer and spirits, or we don't have carbonation for soda? How many pissed off tweakers are there going to be when they can't get Mountain Dew anymore?
Yeah, it's the soda thing is going to be rough for a lot of people, especially like the fucking trash that, like, I drink soda. I'm trash.
Me too.
I will admit it. But yeah, I think equally pissed off people who can't get good beer or people who can't get soda. Like, what the fuck are they going to do? They're going to freak out because, well, especially soda with the caffeine levels. Like,
Yep.
You ever tried withdrawing from caffeine? It's nasty. It's not as
It's
bad as
not
cigarettes, but it is up there. And
It's
boy, I love me some caffeine.
It is not fun at all. Sean said, "What the hell are they talking about? Has everybody grown a vagina? Who here cannot drink warm beer without bubbles?" No, I'm agreeing that I can't. I'm saying that brewery, like the craft brewery, is not going to sell me that beer if they can't properly carbonate it. So therefore, it's not a discussion as to whether I can drink a warm beer without bubbles. It's that they're not going to be producing it as much because of the shortage, which is a bummer. I might have to go to home brewing, which is great because then, I mean, it carbonates itself. Sean also said, "This really sucks. Urban combat is so much worse sober."
Yes.
Agreed. That's why you should get all tweaked up. Get a good old Colt 45 in you. I remember that. G-Dubs, you ever drink 40s back in the day?
Oh, dude.
Okay.
You two-fist it.
No shit. No, I wasn't that good. I just remember back in college it was like a real cheap way to catch a buzz. You'd like
$1.40 for a 40?
Yeah, you had like $5. You would you'd buy 2 40s and then was it 2 40s? Oh yeah, and then you'd have like $2 left over. You could buy like 3 or 4 cigarettes off a friend. And that was like your night. You were set.
Yeah.
That was like drunk and smoking for $6 on a Friday night. Oh, I miss the days.
But you know what's better than 2 40s? Is a free growler.
Yeah, or even a $5 growler.
Yeah. That
I wonder,
drinking out of a jug all night.
Yeah.
People look at you differently.
Especially if you're in the band doing it. That was one of my favorite moments was seeing both there back in the day, and his drummer Jeff was like just drinking out of a growler at this party, and I was like, I forgot, I was like 16 or 17. I don't think I really like. It took me a few minutes to figure out what it was. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
that's a cool water jug. Oh wait, and I slowly realized like, no, that thing's full of craft beer. Like not. I guess it could be full of any beer, but for the most part, you only find craft in the fills. Sean said, do you believe these limited supplies will affect hard alcohol production? I don't know. That's a good question. And if we're talking about CO2, we're not really like that itself does not affect hard alcohol. And what could happen is if there is less beer production, the price of the grains used to brew may go down, which may cause it to be a little bit cheaper to produce hard alcohol. I don't know if they use probably not a whole lot of barley in hard liquor production. Huh?
Depends on what it is.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much just whiskeys. It's like not a
yeah.
They're not really using barley for many other. Yeah, I don't know. That the other shortages are the part that would exacerbate it. Aluminum, like brewing vessels. I'm sure the cost of stainless steel is up. I'm sure the cost of lots of things, especially like just the shipping on stuff now, is like I don't understand how some of these companies are not raising their prices more. And then others are clearly doing it. Sean said, well, during the famine, I'm pretty sure grains will be turned into bread rather than alcohol.
Or
I don't know
both.
about that. Alcohol lasts longer.
Yeah, and keeps you full.
Yeah, and you can store it long term if you're smart about it. Where bread definitely becomes inedible in a couple days. I don't know. I mean, there'll be a need for both, of course. But I don't know. What if we just eat people?
Yeah, fuck it.
I mean, there's plenty of them, right? And people are always bitching because they're destroying the environment and stuff.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Soylent Green.
And they've already kind of soft launched it, like with that product Soylent.
Yeah.
They've like already got people into the, are comfortable with the name, or comfortable with the product. It's like a slow ease.
Yeah.
So, which amazes me that product got greenlit. You know what I mean? That like people invested in that company. And we're like, hey, you remember that old movie where the people were the food? We're going to name our food after that.
Don't worry. It's just an inside joke.
Yeah, and then we're going to market it all over the fucking internet, and people are going to love it. About this, we'll make it a fifth of your daily intake for stuff. So you drink 5 of those and you're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that they named their product Soylent is just fantastic. Sean said, the only reason I bring up famine is I watched Jordan Peterson's last interview. They're predicting by this fall famine. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that it hasn't gotten, like, the supply chain food hasn't gotten worse than it has. But we're also going to be, I don't want to say America's going to be the last nation to see that shit, but we're going to be one of the last because we are very, very food wealthy in this country. The issue is nobody is responsible in this country, and nobody stores stuff and thinks ahead of time and is prepared to go into, like, even you see it when there's a fucking hurricane or a tornado or any other type of natural disaster where people are stuck somewhere for like 3 or 4 days, and like the National Guard has to come in with food. It's like, yo, you can't survive 4 days at your house. Like if we were just to like shut out the outside world, I think the wife and I could probably not leave our house for like 3 months before we're like, hey, I'm really actually, you know what draw me out first is I'd run out of beer and caffeine.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be food. Like, I probably eat good for like good 4 months on water in my. Oh, I saw this one. Sean mentioned the Amish are being raided by the FDA and the U.S. Marshals, closing down their food production and farms. It doesn't look good for the rest of us. Which I sympathize because I get that's actually almost become my new nickname is Amish.
Roadkill.
As I because of the beard and I don't have the
Yeah.
stash because the wife hates it. To which I've been working on a whole bit about an actual comedy bit too about Amish dirty talk and like two people talking to each other, but it's all like, "Hey girl, I could really watch you churn some butter." She's like, "Yeah, boy. Maybe you could plow my field." He's like, "Oh, you're really gonna raise a barn if you're talking like that." You know, it's a whole bit of really bad innuendos. But yeah, ironically enough, it does seem like the world governments are fucking with the farmers. That's for sure. Like we're multiple people. I remember back as early as like 2020, the who are you? No, the WHO, the World Health Organization, was talking about famines because of 22. What? Back in 2020, they were talking about famines in third world countries because of shutdown due to COVID restrictions. And it seems like. Sean said the beard does look Amish, but it represents a chin of sin. Love it. That's great. The chin of sin. I like that.
That sounds gross.
Yeah, I might have to adopt it though. It sounds just nasty enough to fit my branding.
I see that that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Chin of sin.
Take a seat. On the chin of sin. It's everybody's amusement park ride they didn't ask for. Hickory, the drunken underwhelming's chin of sin. Come on down, ladies and gentlemen. We got a show for you. You'll be rode to the moon and back.
Why don't we just call it the Sin Chin?
Ooh, I like that too. The sit and spin sin chin. There we go. I like it because it's random. Let's move to the next one. That's right. It's finally here. We're moving to the next topic. I'm sure you guys are excited. Oreo's long-awaited fall flavor is finally here. It's from Mashed. Nabisco is not afraid to throw some crazy Oreo flavors at the wall and hope that one of them sticks, especially when it comes to seasonal flavors. Though there are some Oreo flavors we will sadly never get to try again. The brand keeps trying over and over to add some pizzazz to its simple pairing of cookies and cream. G-Dubs, do you have a favorite Oreo?
I kind of dug the peanut butter ones.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I like the coffee, I can't remember if it was coffee or mocha. I think it was a mocha one, and that was pretty good too. But yeah, hold on, let's see what they have to say. One of these limited edition flavors was Firework Oreos. You ever try one of those?
No.
No, me neither. I just know that it had like pop rocks in it, which is fun for like a cookie, but that's the size pack they needed to sell was like a cookie. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to eat a whole fucking box of like pop rocks embedded in Oreos.
Like I don't know, man. I would chase. I like Pop Rocks, but I think that should be a separate thing altogether.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One of these limited edition flavors was Firework Oreos, which had red, white, and blue Pop Rocks in the center. These festive cookies garnered mixed reviews on Oreo's website. Quote, "The pop and candy felt like sand on my tongue, and I questioned whether the filling was combined properly," said one reviewer. "Love the pop and candy edition," said another reviewer. "Forget limited edition. They need to make them a permanent part of the family." End of quote. Repeat the line. No, it didn't say that. I'm kidding. Another unconventional seasonal flavor from the cookie brand debuted in 2017, just in time for spring. Peeps Oreos.
Ugh.
You ever have one of those?
No. I
No.
hate Peeps.
Oh yeah, that would be really bad. I like toasted peeps. They're good.
I like throwing peeps in the microwave. That's about it.
Yeah, okay.
They get all
Like,
big.
and then they shrink, right?
Well, yeah, and then they
But,
turn stale.
yeah,
But
okay. Yeah, my nana used to like poke the plastic on the peeps and then leave them out for a couple days, and then eat them because she liked them when they were still. Uh, Pop Sugar awarded the Springtime Cookies 3.5 stars out of 5. One Amazon customer said they taste nothing like Peeps, more like plastic. A lot of the cookie brand's flavor ideas sound good. Oh, I almost gave it away. Yeah, I kind of gave it away. I was going to ask G-Dubs, what do you think the flavor of this year is?
pumpkin spice.
Yes, because apparently Oreos is like 3 years behind the trends. Pumpkin spice was at least, 3 or 4 years ago was the,
Yeah,
I mean,
I like how they used the white cookie for
yeah.
the pumpkin spice.
Well, chocolate just wouldn't have looked, tasted right, GW.
But I'm saying more of like that's a white cookie thing.
It's
You know,
definitely the right color for a basic bitch cookie.
yeah.
Yeah. That orange looks good though. I don't know if it's just this photo, but that actually looks like pumpkin pie filling.
I just why pumpkin spice? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't
Do you not like pumpkin spice?
know.
And
I hate the smell of it. I hate
do you
like
hate pumpkin pie?
no.
Okay. Do you hate So there's a difference, well, that I noticed, but people conflate them because there's pumpkin pie flavored and there's pumpkin spice flavored.
Right.
Like pumpkin spice is literally just like the cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove
Yeah.
of the pumpkin, where pumpkin pie flavored is like includes pumpkin, which makes me wonder if these Oreos are pumpkin pie flavored. Like, do they have pumpkin flavor as well? Because it certainly looks in this photo.
It looks
Right.
orange.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I think cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove could do that to the cream. I don't know. It looks very pumpkin-y. Makes me wonder if it's a pumpkin pie Oreo or a pumpkin spice Oreo.
Well, are we gonna have to try these?
Uh, maybe. We could start doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try stuff on the show, new stuff that comes out. Sean said, I know that you mentioned needing to do the new Samson reaction. I believe you'll really, really enjoy this new release. I'm in a dilemma whether it's better than 46 equals 13 or not. It is lava hot. That makes me excited to see it. I've really been itching and I have put it off because I don't want to spoil it for myself. Yeah, I try not to do that. Once in a while, I'll look through a video, but no, if it's a Samson video, like, I don't need to watch it first. I know it's going to be fire, and I'm going to put that reaction up, and if I can't put it up on YouTube, it's at least going up on Rumble. So I know I'm shooting it. It's just, sometimes that sucks, because it means if I don't have time to, like, sit down and film and put everything together, that, like, it's a couple days after, and that means I can't just go, like, watch the video.
No.
Yeah, you know.
You want me to watch it and tell you about it?
First world reactor problems, right? Let me bitch about how hard my life is. You don't understand. I wanted to watch a video, but I needed to react live, so I couldn't watch a video.
I do this for art. This is my art.
It hurts me so bad. Okay, back to the article. Before we even had time to bust out our cardigans this year, Oreo was posting teasers about fall flavors on Instagram and Twitter. Because why wouldn't Oreo be posting on Instagram and Twitter? The brand posted a mysterious photo filling and caption, "A new season is coming. Come back here at 10 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow for more details." We can't say we're surprised that the internet was able to solve Oreo's mystery fall flavor hint before announcing it dropped, but these fall-loving sleuths were very excited about it. "We live for pumpkin spice," commented at Midwest Husbands on Instagram.
Husbands?
At Midwest Husbands. Like
Ugh.
maybe it's like the housewives, but they're the house husbands.
Or yeah, that
I don't know. I'm not gonna go look it up because frankly, I don't give two shits. It is a weird Instagram handle though. I will. Like, part of me is curious and I want to know, but the other part of me doesn't care enough to go look.
part of me
Uh,
wants to punch those dudes in the face for saying they like pumpkin spice. Like,
hey, they said they were husbands, not men, dude. Looks like pumpkin pie to me. I hope so. Yum, replied one Twitter user. Wow, how insightful. Oreo has now made the official announcement on social media and added pumpkin spice Oreos to the limited edition selection on its website. So I guess it is pumpkin spice, not pumpkin pie. These fall themed sandwich cookies are kosher, just in case you were wondering. And feature pumpkin spice flavored cream between two golden wafers. Ah, give it to me, koi plant boy. Comment on the announcement post on Instagram. Eager fans still have to be patient. According to Oreo's Twitter, the seasonal cookies won't be available until August 15th. Do you think these people have gained followers from them being shouted out by who did this article? Mashed. Like Mashed is a fairly big news. They're not a news organization. Well, they're a food news, right? Like it's pretty much food news.
man, yeah.
So I guess they are a news media organization technically.
I hope not. I hope that these accounts get buried in like obscurity, worse than mine. Because
That's
I
funny.
know I got some. I have an obscure account that no one really pays attention to.
Fair. Means I need to start leaving more comments, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll be like, can you imagine reading the article and it's like, and on this post about the new flavor, user at Hickory TDAU said, I really like Oreos and follow the Drunken Under Quarantine show 8 p.m. on Wednesdays, even though we can't spell Wednesdays.
Oh. See, that's why I keep that stuff off the air. Like,
oh, whatever, dude. I'm a drunk magician. I don't need to spell Wednesday correctly. I mean, let's put it this way. You're the first person to bring it up. And I've been copying and pasting that one for like, at least since season 3 started. Actually, before then. No, that's been almost there a year now.
You can tell that, like, I barely look at them.
No, that's fine. Most people don't because nobody's ever commented. And if you were going to call out somebody on social media, it'd probably be a drunk magician. No, nobody's said anything. I don't know. Maybe they just don't see it or care. I'm fine with either. I still love doing this. So, Sean said, speaking of Rumble, they've sued Google, the parent company of YouTube, claiming. Thank you for the backstory. You wrote it like a news article. This was beautiful, Sean. Claiming a violation of the monopoly laws, the court has ruled Google's motion to dismiss is not valid, and discovery can begin. That's interesting. I mean, yeah, which would also put Google at risk too, because like if YouTube, something Google owns as a monopoly, then you would assume Google has to fit that parameter too, almost.
Well, I'm wondering, does Alphabet own YouTube or Google owns YouTube?
Alphabet owns YouTube.
Well, right. I know Alphabet owns Google, but like, is it like, does Alphabet own YouTube or does Google own YouTube?
I think Google owns YouTube, but by de facto, Alphabet owns both.
But I'm thinking hierarchy-wise.
Yeah, like
if,
Alphabet's the top, and then Google, and I'm pretty sure YouTube is owned by Google, not by Alphabet. But I'm not entirely sure. He said they're going to have to disclose all of their algorithmic systems and whatnot. Well, good. Maybe they can figure out why I got a goddamn community warning on video having to do with things that happened with the presidential campaign run thing in 2020, and why the video that I reacted to was fine to be on YouTube, but when I didn't comment on that part, it still gave me a strike for misinformation regarding elections. So maybe we can find out stuff like that. And then I appealed it, and I still got the thingy. They didn't like it. So
Stupid
that's the
things.
yeah. And that was before I was on Rumble. So that's the only video that I've recorded, only reaction I've recorded that is not up. Now, no, that's not true. I guess there's been like 3 or 4 I've had to delete. Before I was on Rumble, and like one since. A couple have been like, I tried to edit them 5 different times, and YouTube was just not accepting it, and like copyright striking it, or not striking it, but. So I tried to do Will of the People by Muse.
Yeah.
And no matter how bad I went in and blurred or censored the video, it kept claiming it was their video, even though I'd delete it and re-upload it and delete it and re-upload it. So eventually I gave up on that one. And then there was a couple early on where I was like, before I was comfy knowing that you can have a copyright claim and it's not a strike. It just means they get your ad revenue.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, whatever. It's their work. I'm just critiquing it. I deleted a few back then, but it's literally only been a handful of reactions I've done. Don't get me wrong. I've gotten into like 30 seconds into like 15 of them and been like, oh shit, my microphone's not working. Or I didn't set this up proper. Or fuck, I forgot to turn on the backlight. Or yeah, lots of issues like that. And I've gotten into like probably 3 or 4, like a minute or so, and been like, I am not giving this video any credence or like even mentioning it on my channel because it's awful. I'm just going to pretend this didn't happen and move on. Because don't get me wrong, I love the people that suggest videos, but sometimes it's like, nope. Nope, not touching that shit. There's a line even for me. And like there's just certain things I won't get into. So that's me. On Rumble, yes. When I'm trying to shoot reactions for YouTube, no, I'm not going to comment on shit like that. 'Cause fuck. I get a hard time for shit other people do already. I don't need to involve myself with it.
Yeah, man. I have so much respect for you for doing those because I couldn't do it. I'd be pissed off
man.
the first copyright claim.
I have a lot of fun doing it. It's cool, and it's cool seeing like people request stuff and being like, "Hey, basically like when someone requests a song, it's kind of like, hey, I want your opinion on this." You know what I mean? Like reaction's basically like somebody giving their opinion on something. Or I mean genuinely reacting to it in that like oh, this has this and this and I want to see what your face looks like when you see it. But there's a line for you, Hickory. This sounds like a challenge. Yeah, and it's I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Like anything involving like children, or yeah, like that's a no. I'm good. I even if it's like positive, friendly, family friendly shit. Like no, that doesn't belong on my channel. So I suppose that's the one of the lines for me. And I also don't endorse any like blanket terming of groups of people as fucking as vague as that sounds, so I don't get into any naughty words on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's certain things I just will not get into because either I'm gonna flare up and say something that would get me kicked, or because I'm in such disagreement that I'm upset. Like, not that I get triggered easily, but there's some things where I've heard it and I've been like, no, fuck you, you know. And I don't need to like make reactions of me just hating something for 4 minutes. That doesn't sound like fun. So
Yeah. No, I get that.
I generally try to be positive, and anything that's been like, I think I've done one reaction to a song where I was like, okay, this isn't very good, but the guy requested it, I'm gonna do it. And I think G Dubs knows exactly what song that was.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna blow up your spot.
But I generally won't do that. Like if somebody requests something like that, I will look at it and I might press record. But if I get like a minute in and I'm like, I can't say anything fucking positive about this, I'm not gonna like grit my teeth and pretend I like it.
Yeah.
So no, I guess there's a few lines. It's children, things that I genuinely disagree with that I just don't want to get into because I'm gonna get upset about, or it's just not good. And that's happened a few times where I've been like, oh, I should do this song, and nope. Or I've done some, and it's just like, hey, your video is restricted everywhere. That's one. And I was like, oh, you can watch it like in one country. That's interesting. There's actually been a
population base for that country.
There's actually been a lot of videos lately by artists that are, if you get copyright claimed, it's like the artist prohibits viewing of this video in these places, and it'll be like Russia and Belarus. And I'm like, that's interesting. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not supporting. I don't like what the Russian military and Russian government's doing, but like, those people aren't like don't have anything to do with it, man.
Yeah.
So that's been a weird one for me, seeing that come up on certain artists, and it's only certain ones, so it's certainly not like everybody's doing that. That's like a deliberate decision, because it seems to be like certain artists that I've done reactions to have that. Interesting. One of those random things you learn. Wow, I've rambled about that for a hot minute.
Way to go, man.
Yeah. Anyways, we're about to kick it over to the after show, but let's watch a couple seconds of this before we go. This got brought up in my feed the other day, and I was like, holy shit, this actually happened. The California sheriff's offer raid for a friend so he can see some cool cars. Wholly unjust, Batman. Yeah, I didn't have anything better earlier. I'm sorry. Basically, the video is by ABC7 News Bay Area. California sheriff's orders raid on Indiana Batmobile garage, allegedly as favor for friend. So let's check this out.
The sheriff's friends ordered a Batmobile and wasn't happy with how long it was taking to deliver. The I-Team's Dan Noyes is here with a story that you'll see only on 7.
Well, Dan, your public money paid for the trip last week by the sheriff's investigators. 4 round-trip plane tickets, 3 nights of hotels, meals, rental cars, and a lot of overtime. All because of a friend of the sheriff can't wait for his Batmobile.
Right? Like already, G-Dubs. We've racked up some money in taxpayer dollars here.
Yeah.
And, yeah, apparently because this guy ordered a fucking Batmobile, can't wait for it.
Real estate is a lot like surfing.
Sam Anagnostio is a real estate agent who lives in Atherton.
And suddenly, the perfect wave shows right up in front of you.
Does this guy make you think Joe Exotic at all? He's like surfer Joe Exotic.
The first word that popped in my head was douchebag.
Okay, so at least they're on a similar playing field.
Yeah.
They're not completely off base.
You got to be ready to catch it.
This profile video he posted online shows Anagnostio likes expensive toys. He ordered a $210,000 Batmobile from the only builder licensed by...
Yeah, what do you think?
I would get one.
Pretty dope, right?
Yeah.
DC Comics. Fiberglass freak, so...
The only one licensed by DC Comics. That's kind of crazy, right? That this car manufacturer has licensing to produce this thing.
Logansport, Indiana.
You've wanted one since you were a kid, and now you can have your very own replica of the Batmobile.
Wow, she sounds very unexcited to be there.
Dude, I'm getting a brick.
Right? And this chick sounds like, hi, I'm being forced to be here. Like, I could have been making 3 times as much doing adult videos, but instead I'm doing this shitty commercial.
Because my mother's
top
alive.
dashboard, flashing beacon light, detectoscope.
And even a working flamethrower.
Okay, barely a flamethrower.
It's like a fling bitter.
It's almost like Elon Musk's toy there. That's just a glorified weed burner.
Yeah.
Owner Mark Raycup has 9 Batmobiles in production. He tells me Anagnosio was first in line and he paid $170,000, but then missed a $20,000 payment.
And he disappeared on me for over 8 months, almost 9 months.
Raycup moved
Uh-oh. So the story isn't a one-way story here.
Anagnosio to the bottom of the list. He'd have to wait a year and a half or 2 for his Batmobile.
He didn't like that. He exploded. He did pay off the entire car at that point, but he was absolutely livid to find out that his car was going to be delayed.
So you're ordering a highly customized vehicle, and you're upset that it's going to take a while during COVID. Okay, I'm just trying to set the mood here.
When you didn't even pay, like when you were supposed
Like on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Complaint with Atherton Police, but last September, the San Mateo County District Attorney declined to bring criminal charges at this time, according to this letter to the Batmobile builder. Anagnosio also filed a lawsuit in San Mateo County Superior Court alleging breach of contract and fraud, but this past March, a judge dismissed the case, saying Indiana is the proper venue. Then, sources inside the San Mateo County Sheriff's Department tell me the realtor asked his Facebook friend, Sheriff Carlos Bolanos.
His Facebook friend, not even his friend. Who steps that far out of their fucking, goes that far out of their lane for somebody they're Facebook friends with?
Depends on the money.
That's a good point. But only 10 mutual friends, dude. Especially as somebody who's like an elected office, like sheriff. You know what I mean? It's not like this guy's like a fucking city cop who's like not an elected, just hired, and they don't really care. Like this guy's like voted for. He's got like elections to win.
To intervene. He sent a lieutenant, sergeant, and 2 deputies to Indiana. They raided Fiberglass Freaks last week, July 19th.
Then they showed the warrant saying that they were here to seize anything to do with his car. So I thought, oh, they're coming in to pick up his car, which is right behind me, by the way.
Not even half finished.
So I thought I was going to have to move my other Batmobiles out of the way to be able to let them take this car.
But investigators took only 2 files of documents, according to the search warrant return. Raycup says they read his Miranda rights, brought him to the local jail for an hour, but let him go. He only later found out they got a warrant for his Gmail, contacts, and photos, that they froze his bank account and charged him in California with 2 felonies, obtaining money by false pretenses and diversion of construction funds.
Dude, like this guy got railroaded hard.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised he doesn't have like a really, really good lawsuit right now.
I just shit out of them.
Yeah. And I feel like it wouldn't take much for like a really good lawyer to do this pro bono because they know you can make a good amount of money on this. Like there was a lot of shit that went shady.
I was horrified. I've never gone through anything like this ever before in my life. I am on the side of good. I as a Batman fan since I was 2 years old, this was a completely opposite side. I loved 66 Batman, and Batman always stood with the law.
I interviewed the San Mateo County Deputy District Attorney prosecuting this case.
You wrote a letter to Raycup in September of last year saying that there would be no criminal charges. What changed?
Additional investigation. The detectives were able to obtain search warrants and obtain additional evidence.
What changed? Well, some guy working on the case got a search warrant, so that was pretty much it.
Reed McLaughlin would not discuss that additional evidence or
She would look into her computer screen and type angrily at her desk, though. Good job, actress. Yeah, she looks pissed, like with her stupid little squirrel eyes.
Well, she's an assistant DEA. They're always pissed.
Yeah, I guess you got to be. It seems like some of those things I should have learned from watching all that Law and Order back in the day.
discuss that additional evidence or the sheriff's unusual step of sending 4 investigators across the country for what Raycup argues is a simple business dispute.
After the case went nowhere with the first criminal case.
Yeah, because this is from California to Indiana. Indiana? I think Indiana. Yeah.
The
Indiana.
civil case. Is the sheriff stepping in for a friend here?
I can't speak to that. I have no knowledge about what relationship, if any, the sheriff has with the victim.
I wanted to talk to Sheriff Bolanos about Sam Edignastio and about the use of public funds. 4 round-trip airline tickets, hotels for 3 nights, meals, overtime. He didn't return my repeated calls and texts to his personal cell phone. His office confirmed he's away on a month of vacation.
Yeah, like any good sheriff, he's kicking his feet up and not doing much.
He leaves office in January after losing the election.
Oh, okay. He lost the election. This must be an older video. Oh well.
The undersheriff now in charge, Mark Robbins, and the department's spokesman, Lieutenant Eamon Allen, refused my request for an interview, citing the ongoing investigation.
I just can't imagine why it's in criminal court. It shocks me that it's in criminal court.
I ran the case by Tony Brass, former prosecutor for San.
This guy looks sleazy, right?
He is a
Like
lawyer.
Everybody in this story looks exactly how they should look. It's like guy that works on cars and doesn't know what's going on. And he's like, my name's Bubba. I work on cars. Like everybody in this story looks like exactly like the character actor that you would hire to sit in for them.
Yeah.
Francisco and the U.S. Attorney's Office. He says the squabble over a luxury item, the Batmobile, belongs in Indiana civil court, with no involvement by the San Mateo County Sheriff's Department.
It simply defies reason, in my view, why so many people, so many high-ranking members of law enforcement would have to go and enforce something so unnecessary and so trivial.
I did read Sam
Okay, he might have a point there. It seems like a giant waste of time to me.
Edignastio by phone in Greece where he's on vacation. He was surprised when I asked about the Batmobile. He said, quote, "I'm dealing with someone privately on that." I asked him, "Who's that?" He hung up.
Investigating this story, I learned something more about Mark Raycup. He's a minister.
Good evening.
I watched his church
Oh, wow. See? Exactly like he...
sermon this past Sunday online.
It's the only thing that helps me through this, Dan. I should expect trials and tribulations. It's just part of being a Christian. And as a preacher, this is an attempt to besmirch my reputation.
That's a fly-ass car.
Yeah, dude.
If I had the money.
Just a good old boy. Never meaning no harm.
Yeah.
He's been preaching for God. I don't know.
Since
I
the
don't
day
know.
he was born.
Yeah. He's driving his way. The only way they know how. Anyways, that's all I got for the regular show. G-Dubs, you got anything before we get out of here?
But no.
Again, please, our friend Pierre, reach out. His GoFundMe, if not direct donation, if you're not a GoFundMe fan, which understood. Comments. Let's see. Oh, Dobby said, "Ew." What the Dukes of Hazzard theme song, was that the ew? Because I'm not gonna lie, I love that.
Oh, I think the attorney.
Sean said, "Do you have any guest openings for next week's show? If so, I have Twigga of John Marshall Productions. I think they would be an interesting interview, and he's willing and seemingly excited." Yeah, that'd be really cool. I'd be into chatting with that guy. Let me know, Sean. Hit me up because that would be really, really fun. I'm familiar with his content. I'm not like super familiar, but familiar enough, and would be interested in talking with that guy because he seems like an interesting character. Said, "Ew, looks smarmy to me." Oh, the preacher. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that preacher and that lawyer guy they brought in were like a closet couple or something.
That's a long distance relationship, man.
That's true. So sometimes they work. Sometimes those are better.
True that.
Anyways, yeah, Sean, let us know. We'll see you guys over on the after show. Please go check out GW Foley at Foley Kills or at GW Foley. Find me at Hickory TDU, except on Facebook. That's at Real Hickory TDU. It's at Hickory TDU on every other platform like Rumble, Gab, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Locals. Yeah, I think that's it.
That sounds like a singles ad.
No, Locals is like oh, nice. Sean said 10-4. I'll set it up with him, and Wednesday before show we can send him link. Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. And yeah, that's yeah, just let me know it's 100% beforehand, and so I can add him to the flyer for the show and put him in the description. But yeah, we'll see you guys over on Rumble. That's all for this week's regular show. We'll see you kids on the after show. I, of course, Hickory the Drunk Underwhelming, signing out for GW Foley, and of course, Island Boy, who can't be with us, reminding you all to stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming, but most importantly, it's trying times, stay sane. And holy shit, it's episode 14 of season 3, guys. See you at the after show.
Are you saying you want to show me your tits? This is a weird show.
Show Season 3 After Show, presented to you by the Woolen Comedy Club and Hickory the Drunk and Underwhelming. Remember, this show is a very, very adult show. Very, very adult subject matter. Very, very adult content. Please remember to stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming.